Losing a parent is always a hard experience, but losing someone before they're gone can be even more difficult. In her memoir, Shelly Calcagno shares the experience of Alzheimer's through the perspective of a loving daughter taking care of her mother. According to Shelly, her longest goodbye began when her mother forgot the word for dandelions, calling them yellow flowers instead. Now, this moment started a 10-year journey for Shelly that she calls the longest goodbye. Well, joining us now to tell us more about her book and the journey to help a loved one with Alzheimer's is Shelly Calcagno herself. Shelly, welcome back to Forum Daily.
Hi, Nima. Thanks so much for having me today.
Now, I know this has been your passion project for quite a while. You said your longest goodbye started the moment your mother started showing signs of Alzheimer's. So, how does it feel to have this journey documented, put into words, and now released for the world to see?
Well, it's been a very bittersweet journey for sure. I've said to numerous people in the last couple of weeks, I never wanted to write a book about losing my mom. It's not the topic I would have chosen. But when we were faced with this circumstance, I just felt like writing my journey and what our family's been through would hopefully bring encouragement to other people in the same path and hopefully hope for them on their journey as well.
Now, when it comes to the title of the book itself, The Longest Goodbye, it so effortlessly puts the experience of Alzheimer's into words from the perspective of a loved one. So, tell us a little bit more about how you came up with this title.
Yes, well, Alzheimer's is often referred to as the long goodbye. And, the thing with this disease is that every person is different when they have Alzheimer's, and you never even quite know how long each stage will last, how long the entire journey will be. And it's really, for our family, it was 10 years of just saying goodbye. Like it was a very long goodbye. And, sometimes there would be seasons where my mom would be at one stage for a certain amount of time, and then, things would change drastically, and then she would be at another stage. So, it's like kind of like step by step, stage by stage. You're always saying goodbye continually, and you're never quite sure what the next part of the journey is going to be like.
And your mom's development of Alzheimer's wasn't the first time you were exposed to Alzheimer's disease. Your uncles, your grandfather passed away due to Alzheimer's disease. So, how did those experiences shape your journey with your mother?
Yes, it's very sad in our family that my mom is the fourth one in her family to have Alzheimer's. And I grew up, my mom's family was from Newfoundland, and I grew up in Ontario, so I didn't have a front seat to the whole process when it came to my family, but I definitely saw glimpses along the way. Just of their strength and their courage and how they walked this road as well. So it's been obviously a painful thing for our family to go through. But I'm proud of our family. I'm proud of the example they've set and just how they've encouraged me in my journey as well.
And in addition to sharing your own raw personal journey with your mom's Alzheimer's disease, this book also addresses issues that a lot of people face when dealing with a loved one with Alzheimer's. So tell us a little bit more about how this book addresses caregiver fatigue and the mental health of caregivers themselves.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely in my story, in our family story, my dad is the hero of our story in the way that he cared for our mom over the past 10 years. And I think it's really important. I remember at the beginning stages, it was hard for him to ask for help and to realize that he needed help. And I think that's the same for a lot of people on this journey. And I think I would encourage people, if you're starting a long goodbye journey, that, the best thing you can do is get resources in place for yourself. The Alzheimer's Association, they have offices and, across Canada and they just do incredible work. They helped our family so much. So I think for caregivers, getting that support in place early is just really key for their own well-being so that they can just be there for their loved one.
A very important message there, Shelley. Now, we've got just about a minute left here. We mentioned that your book was released just about last week, but what kind of responses have you been getting from people, especially people who have Alzheimer's in their family?
Well, it's still early, but I am getting messages from people just that my book's bringing them hope and encouragement, and that's the point of my book. A lot of times in my journey, I felt really hopeless, and I didn't know where to look for joy. I didn't know where to look for gifts. So I hope this book will help people on their journey in the middle of this painful, this painful season of Alzheimer's, that it will encourage them that there are gifts to be found, that you can find hope. And that's really, the message of my book that I hope to share.
Absolutely beautiful message. Again, that was The Longest Goodbye by Shelly Calcagno. Be sure to search that online. Again, Shelly, thank you for your time today.
Thanks for having me, Nima.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after a short break on Forum Daily News.